San Francisco Airport, where Virgin America is unveiling its new hub, and the fire alarms are being tested as we sit here. Now, to mark the occasion today, I flew along a spaceship, the Virgin Galactic Spaceship 2. Virgin Group founder Richard Branson said he believed that this is the first time a spacecraft has ever landed at a commercial airport. Now, today, Branson also said Virgin Atlantic Airways needs a partner to compete with British Airways, that he plans to stay a major shareholder as his bankers review the airline's future. So joining me to discuss Virgin America, Virgin Galactic, Virgin, whatever you want to talk about.
Virgin Oceanic?
Sure, that too, Virgin Oceanic. Richard Branson. Sir Richard Branson, glad to have you here. Let's talk about the spaceship I saw today. Really cool. Why are you creating a commercial venture to go into space?
Why not? I think people have not had the chance to go into space. Space has been run by governments, and only 450 astronauts have been into space in the last 60 years. So, so what we're doing is creating Virgin Galactic to hopefully send you and me and other people into space. Now, initially, it's not cheap. It's $200,000. But I think, once those initial pioneers who are going to go into space will enable us to bring the price down and down and down. So, hopefully, by the time your, children are, a bit older, your grandchildren are born, they will find that it is affordable to go into space and become astronauts. Now,
it sounds like a thrill ride business model, which is $200,000 per person, 6 people on a flight. You're weightless or in suborbital space for 4 to 5 minutes. Is it something? Why does that kind of thrill seem like it's a big marketing venture? You've probably got at least $100 million invested in this, I would imagine, before it gets up in the air. I
think a lot more than $100 million before we get up into the air. Look, initially we're doing suborbital flights, which is effectively a 3 to 4 hour experience, and people become astronauts. They can be up there, they can marvel back at the Earth, and they'll go for the flight of a lifetime. We'll then move on to orbital flights. We'll then use the technology to try to do intercontinental flights, so hopefully get people from San Francisco to Australia in maybe 2.5 hours. Now, it's going to be hard work to get there, but I think we will be able to do that over the next sort of decade to 20 years. So one thing leads on to another.
So explain how that's going to work in terms of taking the company from where it is today to where it'll be. It sounds like, among other things, you're going to have to get into the airplane manufacturing business.
We're going to have to build much bigger spaceships to travel people to and from cities initially, and then to and from countries. But we've already, in a sense, we've got into the spaceship business. We're just going to have to build bigger spaceships.
We've built one so far.
Pop people out of our orbit and back down again, and we believe it'll be possible.
When you look at how this business is going to evolve, you initially thought you'd be up in the air this year. This year doesn't look likely. Next year, when is it going to happen?
I think we'll be up 12 to 18 months from now.
And you're going to be in that first flight?
I'll be in the first flight. My kids will be in the first flight. My mother will be in the first flight, and Bert Rutan, the genius behind the spaceship, will be in the flight.
So let me ask you about the new terminal opening here. You guys are expanding your airline. I was talking to the head of the airline earlier, and your financial situation with the airline is tricky because you were limited in your ownership because of U.S. rules. Those rules have been kind of difficult for the airline, yes?
The rules were difficult, but we knew the rules when we started the airline, and the airline's doing great. I mean, it's won pretty well every award there was to win over the last 3 years. Best airline, best business airline.
We love the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi people love. They love the staff. They love, I think, everything about it. Now they can love the terminal, which is actually a beautiful terminal as well. So, we just ordered 60, 70 new planes. Obviously, I think after what happened last week, having the youngest fleet in the sky is going to help.
So what happened last week?
Well, obviously, after what happened with the Southwest Airlines plane,
right, of course.
And I think we've got a great quality airline.
And it's expensive, though. And you guys, it seems like you might need another investor. You talked to one of my colleagues earlier today. Bloomberg broke the story saying you might need another partner for to expand your reach with the airline. What's your preferred way of getting another partner? Is it getting cash through an IPO? Is it debt? Is it a partnership that'll bring some cash?
Well, Virgin America itself is well funded. What I was talking to him about earlier was Virgin Atlantic, because what we've said is that we'd like to bring in an alliance partner to combat the fact that British Airways have just tied up with American Airlines, and those discussions are going on. And I think we will be able to announce within a few months an alliance partner, which will give us the strength to make sure that Virgin Atlantic is around in 100 years' time.
Why do you guys have your Virgin America base here in Silicon Valley, in San Francisco? Is there something about this area? And we're doing this international broadcast about innovation and technology here with the idea that this is a place that tells that story. Why is your business based here?
I think Virgin America and Silicon Valley and San Francisco are a perfect fit. Incredible inventions come out of Silicon Valley. People really pushing the boundaries forward. I think Virgin America's done that in the air. People love flying us. Once they've discovered us, they refuse to fly on another airline, and so perfect match.
All right, well, really glad you could join us. Thanks for having us here today. The spaceship was way cool. I'm glad I got to see it, so thanks a lot for that.
Not bad looking out of a window and seeing a spaceship.
That doesn't happen every day. Honest. All right.
Thank you.
Emily?